Hello, it's Remote Control Bits. Video today really just talk about foam inserts. The tyre I'm going to use and the bead lock is from a CR-01 Tamiya kit. On the left you'll see the foam that comes supplied with that kit. In the middle, our foam that we do is a replacement for when your kit foams get worn, damaged, damp, full of dirt and dust, which is inevitable through the holes that are in the tyres and when you're bashing around in the mud and climbing in the wet. So these ones can be simply replaced, very similar characteristics to that. Or we do this uprated star cut foam, which has some great advantages over the other two. Really, this foam is going to absorb the obstacles better, which will maintain a much more level chassis when you're climbing over the rocks, and allows the tyre to flex more, creating that bigger contact patch, really resulting in more traction. Both our types are open cell foams, not memory foam. We just find that they climb better with those and a little bit more responsive. If you're finding that the standard replacement's giving a little more bounce than you'd want, all you got to do is simply cover up one of the small holes inside the rim, and that'll just reduce that bounce. You'll also see simply all we need to remove the bead locks and stay organised is the all-important, a really good posi drive #1 screwdriver. Can't emphasise enough the value of having a decent screwdriver. Once the screws have been removed from the bead lock, just simply lift the bead lock out and find that the tyre will then come away from the rim, as so, and then just begin work on the other side. Okay, that's now both sides done. Just remove that bead lock, and then you'll find that the tyre will just pull away, ease it over one side of the rim, and it'll pull out, leaving you with the rim, a tyre insert inside the tyre. It's worth saying at this point, we do offer the different foams, and really that's because people want to tune the way that their vehicle climbs. You can put a star cut foam in the front, for argument's sake, to give yourself a bit more traction and tyre deformation to climb over rocks and hard to obstacles, and you might want a firmer tyre for traction on the rear. So really play with them, and that would be our best suggestion. Have a go. Don't put the bead locks all the way back on, and you can just try either way. Okay, tyre removed. Insert just simply pulls out as you saw me do. To reinstall an insert, we find it easier if you just fold it in half. Just offer one end in, then just push the other side up inside, and then you just need to go around, flatten it out, check that it's seated nicely inside the tyre. It's worth doing that and taking the time to do that. It's nothing worse than getting the rim back on and the bead locks back on and the tyres all skewed. Okay, put the rim back in, just offer one side in, push it through. You'll find that you'll want to just get the foam to go behind that edge of the rim. It'll make it easier to engage that bead of the tyre. And just pull the outside, a little bit at a time, work your way around. Again, you'll find the foam will probably stay the other side of the rim. You'll always find that the side that you've put in first is often easier to get the tyre to seat. Just make sure that's all down in the groove. Off up the bead lock. I tend to find that holding it with your thumb and putting one on the opposite side is a good way to keep it seated. So just wind that up. You'll soon know whether it's caught the tyre or not. And then recommend really just doing each alternate screw on both sides of the tyre, and you can test it. Make sure it's climbing as you want it to and driving as you want it to. And if not, you've only got half the screws, which is a great relief. At this stage, don't worry too much about them. The bead locks being too over tight. You'll soon notice if the tyres are spinning on the rims, and you can just nip them up a little bit more. You'll find that tends to happen more when the tyres are wet. But for you just to experience the difference in the inserts, you could just wind them on gently, and then you won't run the risk of stripping them. Okay, that's obviously got the replacement foam in. This is one that comes with a kit, and you can see that from a deforming point of view, there's very little difference between the two. So it is a direct replacement of the kit tyre. Okay, now we're just going to fit the star cut one, and you'll be able to see, the distinct difference between the three different variants. I'll do that and we'll come back in 1 second. Thank you. Okay, the final insert. So just to remove, put your thumb inside, and that will just pull out. And again, like the others, you just fold the star cut foam in half, put one end in, push the other end in with your thumb, and it's just a case of making sure it's all even inside the tyre. Just work your way around, then popping the rim back in, making sure the foam's under that edge, pulling the tyre over the rim, again leaving the foam tucked in. The side you put in, just make sure that the lead's inside. Whoops. You'll find one of the rings is more scratched than the other, the outside ring. So if you want to look nice, just swap them around and put the attachment on the inside. I tend to always keep the poor ones on the outside. They do get damaged with rocks. Like the others, just pop one on alternate screws, making sure that you're not pinching the tyre and the rim. Okay, I'll go on to put the rest of the screws in and then come back in a second. Okay, that's the final bead lock on. We'll just clear the side away. We've now got the three tyres, three different inserts. So just to remind you, that's the kit insert, replacement insert from rc-Bitz, and the star cut foamed insert from rc-Bitz. You can see that the replacement one against the kit, very much the same, entire deforming. And then show you the star cut one. You can see how much more the tyre will deflect against the replacement one. If you want to slow that response down, you need to make it behave more like memory foam. As we said earlier on in the video, simply cover up one of these holes inside where it lets the air out, and that'll mean that it'll deform and reform much slower. Okay. Thanks for watching that video. Do watch our other videos about wheel weights, watch some climbing on a CR-01, and also see the waterproofing kits. Thanks for watching.